Mixtapes.org.
It's time to safely go inside. The Mixtape Bully is bullying the block.
Re-Up Gang. Good music. Def Jam. I love my family. Yeah, the nerve of you. You'll sing, clip at your lines like he ain't heard of you. I seen it happen before, that man will murder you.
Yeah, it's Richard's podcast. We're back again. Got a lot of shit to talk about. Sean, Don, let's get to it. What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm blessed. I woke up this morning, so I can't complain.
I guess.
What's up with you? What you doing? What you been up to?
It's been a decent week. It's been decent.
Yeah,
I've been feeling good all week. I don't know why.
That's good, man. That's what I like to fucking hear, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But then I thought about it. I'm still not as rich as I want to be, and I don't have as many hoes as I want.
Hey, man,
so
listen.
you know, life is still rough out here. But you know, hey man, can't get complacent.
Can't, bro.
So what's going on, man? I know we want to get right to it. We both know what the fuck is going on.
Well, we know we know what happened this past.
The beef of the century. Drake
really?
versus.
Is it?
Nah,
what
not really.
makes it the beef?
Nah, it's not. It's not. I'm being extra when I say that.
It's just something to talk about, you know. It's something fun to talk about for the rap community, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas don't be hearing like people just talking shit to each other no more without it like escalating, right? And it just seems like to me Drake is always, you know, somehow he's in the middle of all the beef as of lately, man. And I don't know why people keep coming for this man, bro. I don't know who's the bully and everything. Is it him? And then he just, or is it the other guy who ends up becoming the victim? So I really want to know who you think is the bully in all of like Drake's beefs. Like, what's going on?
You really think Drake is a bully, dog?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, based off how he just like tears them another asshole, it seems like, bro, like, hey man, like, you need to quit picking on these niggas because like, dog, like, leave him alone, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you why I think he's a bully. You ready? Because he's bigger than that.
Bigger than what? He's just
bigger in response to some. I mean, I understand, but like, he really take that shit. I feel you, but he take that shit personal, bro. Some shit
he doesn't take it that personal.
He took it personal enough, but you heard it in his fucking voice, bro. Like, my thing is this: he knows that he should never even reply to some of the shit he replied to.
No, look, it's rap. He's allowed to reply. That's fine. If he really took it personal, he would do something.
I'm not saying that he's not allowed to reply, but it's like, no, like, bro, like, no one doesn't care about him replying to certain people, bro. Like, we want to hear him reply to certain people, like Pusha T. No one gives a fuck about him, bro. Like, honestly, I know I don't. I just don't. Not like that.
Pusha T.
If he never replied,
Pusha T. can spit, man.
I understand, but like, bro, my thing is, if no one ever replied to him, no one would have cared if he did or not that much. But then it would have been like Cole or someone that actually like is relevant.
Yeah, but he doesn't reply to those people. When Kendrick went at him, he can't really come at Kendrick like that, huh? He's always coming at these other people that he's bigger than. He doesn't go mano y mano.
So to my point, like, bro, like, is he a bully?
He's not. Look, first of all,
what you just said, baby.
Yeah,
what you just said.
Nah, but like, he's an industry bully. He's not a real bully. And I've been having this conversation.
Nigga.
No. But here's my thing. This is the conversation I've been having with the homies all week. I've had this conversation about 3 different groups of people. Why do we have this thing that Drake is a tough guy, right? Like, just like you said, no, hold on. You like, Drake is a bully. He's like, Drake is someone you shouldn't mention. This nigga is Voldemort now. Don't say Drake's name in your track or Drake is gonna smoke you. Blah, blah, blah. But Drake is soft as shit, like, as a person. So off rip, there's nothing scary about Drake.
It's not about the physical like idea of being like. It's not about being physically afraid of Drake. It's about honestly like this nigga will end your career, bro.
Nah,
like,
but he won't though, because Meek Mill is fine, right?
and because Drake,
Everyone, Joe Budden is fine. Everybody he's beef with is fine, right? He's a memer. Like, he memes you to death. Like, that's what Drake does. Like,
Joe Budden doesn't rap anymore.
But
how can?
but
Like, he does what he.
That wasn't
what he does. Like,
yeah, but that
like,
wasn't because of Drake. Meek Mill still raps. He's not like suffering because of Drake, so he can't. Drake doesn't have the power to end.
He's just suffering because he's in jail, bro. Like,
Meek Mill's out. What are you talking about?
I mean, he was. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but he wasn't in jail because of Drake.
I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm saying like his career was already put on pause.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Pusha T career is like real. Like, I feel like he's trying to like stir up some publicity just so he can like be somewhat relevant.
yeah, that's possible. That's possible. And the bars he came with were weak anyway. Because I heard the Drake diss at first, I was like, oh, Pusha T.
Did you like his album though? What do you think about his album?
I didn't listen to Daytona.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I didn't even get a
very,
chance to.
very, very, extremely mediocre. And what I mean by that, like, I'm not saying he's not spitting, but it's like, bro, like, I'm not getting any type of impact from that album, bro. Like, I'm not like he's rapping clearly, but it's like it's nothing that's made me be like, damn, bro, I'm gonna play that shit again and again. The beats on that shit's hard. I ain't gonna flash. I fuck with them beats.
Yeah, because Kanye. That's another thing. Let's get back to the beef. Let's not talk about Daytona because I don't have anything to discuss about that. The Drake father stretch my hands out lines. Do you know what I'm talking about? When he's talking about Kanye, what is that shit about? Right? So he's coming at Kanye. He's coming at Pusha T, and he's talking. In rap now, a lot of people won't do anything. And growing up, me and you, and I feel like you'd agree, part of the scariness or whatever, the hype feeling you got with rap beef was like, this shit could get real any moment. You like, when two rappers were going at it, you were like, oh, one of these niggas could get, like, this shit could go overboard. Now, there is none of that. And Drake, and in that climate, in that,
good thing or a bad thing?
It's what it is. I don't want to say it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. But I feel like in that climate, in this Twitter climate, in this meme climate, where all you have to do is like hit someone with a witty bar, and now you're like strong. When Drake like physically like is not like an imposing character. So me, I don't really respect that much. Like, oh, the witty la la la. I sent an invoice to your label or whatever.
So would you respect it on if there was some actual physical?
If there was physical confrontation behind it, if there was a part of me that really
physical outcome.
No, not doesn't have to be an outcome, but I just need to believe that Drake will really smack the shit out of somebody if it came to it. There's no part of me that thinks Drake will ever do that. And part of that is like when you're talking to guys that have been in the street, I automatically like whatever, because these guys have done shit that you haven't. And Drake's main thing, he likes to question people's street shit or whatever when he has none at all. So it doesn't make sense to me why people that have been in the streets are just letting him question that shit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, then why won't they go with this? I mean, well, then my question is this: what if like Drake somehow make arrangements for this nigga to get smacked? Because if he's not gonna smack him, then
do you respect making arrangements? Do you respect that? Like a chauffeur for an ass beating? Like
it's not about that. Cause like, no, of course not. I don't. But my thing is, since you know who Drake is and you know he's not gonna do that shit, then what do you think is probably more like? What are the proclivities of this man actually doing something? If it was something physical, it's not going to be him. Clearly, it's not going to be him.
So that
means like
so I
feel like at most he will do like arrange someone to smack this nigga. Or
yeah, that's like, it. Do you respect that? That's all. That's what the climate now in general in hip hop. We don't care if he'll do anything. But me personally, part of why I even started listening to hip hop was like, these were the toughest guys. Like the assumption was like, these guys are tough and they rhyme. But it's like now it's like Drake is a poetry. He does poetry and he's talking crazy, but there's nothing to back it up. There's no force behind it, if we can say that. Like there's nothing that makes me feel like he's saying all this tough shit, but also you should watch out. But the main thing people are always saying is, oh, Drake can arrange this, or Drake can arrange that. But hold on. But let's go right to the topic that we were talking about. If you got into a beef with him, how would you take him down? How would you beat Drake in a beef? Not just rap beef, just a beef. You and Drake have problems. What do you do?
Let's back up this because I'm trying to figure out like what made you think that Pusha T is so hood because of what?
I'm not saying I'm not. So I'm not gonna. I don't want to make this. I'm not
Pusha T
versus Drake thing.
I'm trying to see where you're coming from.
I'm not saying Drake is but Pusha T has all his bars sell dope, blah blah blah, all that type of shit. So there's a certain, but there's no one that's come out, and as far as I know, that's come out and been like Pusha T's a faker. He's like this. Like there's no one that's done that. Has there been people? Because as far as I know, but has there people that come out and said he's not like that? Like he wasn't out here.
Okay, but like my thing is, if he ever got that big to the point where up a Drake or a Lil Wayne, do you think somebody would then decide to say something? Because my thing is,
Pusha T has been bigger than he is now. He's been bigger. This is not
but even at his peak, at his apex, bro.
Yeah, no one came out. That's when someone would come out.
Like this. You're not listening. Even when he was at his apex, he still wasn't as big as those names I just mentioned. So my thing is just, I feel like the bigger you are, the more people are more likely to come out for you because like you have more of a presence, right? I'm not discrediting any of this man's street cred, but it's like honestly like all we really have is a rapper who's kind of not really even like
a rapper. Pusha T? Are you talking about Pusha T or Drake?
Yeah, Pusha T.
Yeah, he barely raps. Really, let's be real.
Who barely raps, and when he did rap, it was about the same shit.
Yeah, that's
but
also true.
Niggas been rapping? How many of these niggas been rapping about drugs, cocaine, and all this other shit? Haven't done nothing, and no one never say anything about them. Like just because of
but there's definitely people saying definitely people saying shit.
But there are also people who don't say nothing about these people too. About those same people though.
But there's always
all I'm saying is this is like, bro, like I'm not saying he hasn't done any of those things because I don't know that man. But what I am gonna say is like, bro, like
all right, but let's go with certified people. All right, so for just for example, there's certifiable people that we know they were Nipsey Hussle, YG. These niggas, there's no one questioning them, right?
Yeah, we're not questioning them. We're not going to question the Jeezys. We're not going to question
exactly.
Like, so we're not questioning Gotti. We're not going to question fucking like who else? Motherfucking shit. You just made me draw a blank. We not going. We just know some people not going to question.
Right. So we're not questioning these guys.
Because at the same time, if they were to check them, like you'll fuck around probably getting shot somehow. Like,
yeah. So that's the thing.
But at the same time, Gotti probably not going to be the one pulling the trigger though.
But look, here's my main thing.
Jay-Z may not be the one pulling the trigger though, because like, these niggas are too fucking big to be out here looking crazy.
But here's the thing though. If they have to, they will. That's my main point. That's the only thing is there's a history of it. Here's the circumstances. If Drake is in a room with one of these other guys, if Drake is in the room by himself, me and Drake in a room, right? You and Drake in a room. Drake does have any history of actually being tough. Like, he lifted weights. Like, if he had to defend himself against the man he's talking shit about, what's the likelihood of him being successful? That's all I'm asking.
Being successful or actually make an attempt to defend himself?
You make an attempt. That's everyone's gonna make an attempt. Anyone, it's self-preservation. There's very little people. If you're a rapper, you're gonna make an attempt.
But isn't that the purpose of what we're talking about? My thing is, if he's dead ass gonna make an attempt, then how is he's not tough? I feel like it's more.
So you get props for the attempt, right? You get props for the attempt.
No, I'm saying like you said, there's no type of like rap sheet, but it's like if you're executing something rather than doing nothing, if I'm trying to shoot you rather than me not shooting you at all, those are two different things. So my thing is like, does that count for anything at all, period? Or is it just something you just disregard that at all? Because you say like he's a pussy. Like,
I'm not saying he's a pussy. I'm saying he's talking like he's a dangerous fellow. You know what I'm saying? And he's not, right? Like, he's like a fake Jamaican Canadian rapper, artist, poetry, slam guy. He's like a R&B rapper type dude. Like, the guy that made Nice for What is also talking shit to Kendrick Perkins. And like, do you remember when the Raptors and Cavs shit was going on? He was talking shit to Kendrick Perkins, a 6'11" giant black NBA player, and he's like, "See me after the thing." Like, I feel like to a certain point, the rap bravado shit has gotten to him. He forgot that this guy could, if me and him were in a room, there's nothing I could do to him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But there's a lot of people who if they're in a room they can't do anything about, who are actually street, because like, dog, like,
but
so many niggas came and
but
fucking
that
fight, bro.
I'm not saying that he's wrong, or I'm saying and here's the thing I was talking about before with some people. It was basically, let's not make it. I use Drake as the example because he's the best example of this. Like, he's the most popular, most visible example. But as a whole, the hip hop culture, it kind of feels like if you have enough bravado, if you have enough, like, if you believe it enough, other people will just start fucking believing it. And that's the thing. Like, Tekashi 6ix9ine, like, if you start saying I'm a killer and this and that, people are just like,
that's
oh yeah,
statement. That's true. I believe it. Yeah.
So that's, Drake also has that, and he's the biggest example of that.
He is.
And I just, for a second, does anyone else take a pause when he's saying these things? Because when he says these lines, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great line. I like it. But also, I don't really believe it. And part of the hip hop is you buy what they're saying.
But what is he never talked about him physically.
He said he's had bars where he talks about he's got shooters. Like, he will get his boys to do whatever. I can't.
So what's
that's true. That's true. But when you're talking tough to another man and you're saying all these things to another man, but also you're questioning how street he is, how whatever he is, and in other songs you are talking about how you won't do anything, but you'll have someone else do it for you. Do those two things jive?
I feel like he's just being. I feel like how come that's not him just being transparent?
It's him being transparent. Yeah, I'm not saying he shouldn't be transparent. I'm saying he's being transparent.
What's going on?
He's acknowledging. He's at the. That's my thing. He's at the same time acknowledging that he's not tough, but in the next breath saying to you, "You're not tough, and I'm somehow tougher than you, even though you've had harder circumstances than me." But I'm gonna question those circumstances, and at the same time, I'm gonna be like, I'm not doing anything. I got guys that could do that for me. It's kind of like, what are you talking about? It's like if someone that can't hoop comes up to you and like starts talking shit about how much you're gonna lose in the game, but they say my boy's gonna play for me, and their friend is an actual hooper. Where's the level of respect for that? Why don't you hoop yourself, right? If you're gonna start talking shit to a hooper, you should be able to hoop yourself.
I mean, my thing is, like, in reality, I get what you're saying with the example, or the analogy, but like, honestly, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying.
It's just not the reality of what's going on, right?
Yeah, it's just not reality of what's going on. Honestly, like, Drake is looked at as some type of like kingpin, if you will, right? So
but why? That's my question. I want to know why.
The reason it's clearly, bro. You know why, bro. Anything you could think of the reason why.
I think I have a theory.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Your theory right now. You even got to explain. You can explain on just for the podcast, but that's exactly the reason why.
I think real quick. Just tell me if you fuck with this. I think it's Drake has the Twitter honeys. Like, we know that Twitter honeys love Drake, and when Drake. And when Drake goes off on anyone,
he has the people, bro. That's what it boils down to.
Not all the people. No. Because on my Twitter feed, there's definitely niggas like Drake's not tough. Like, who you letting this Canadian nigga punk him? Like, there's some people on my Twitter feed that are not having it, female and male. So I appreciate that. But that's the beauty of Twitter. You can build your own circle. So there's like-minded people talking shit. But for the majority of Twitter, the Twitter honeys that niggas are following, that they want to DM, they want to do whatever, they love Drake, right? And niggas nowadays will do anything for hoes. So when they're like, oh, Drake is so cool, they'll just retweet that shit and agree with them just so those girls see them. So
what was your question?
So my thing is the kingpin mentality, the kingpin persona that he has, I think he built it from, he's playing, for a large part of his career, he played to women, right?
But you know what it is? You know what else it is, though? It's impact and its visibility. That's really what it is.
Yeah, he's definitely, that's part of it. But
impact, because
I think,
honestly, the greater impact you have, not just like greater it's on the women, right? But at the same time, it proliferates and it bleeds over to like other demographics of people who who
don't know what's going on in hip hop,
who don't know what's going on. People still catch wind of it. He has a great impact.
Yeah,
he has. So you know, and I feel like he's one of those players. He's one of those people who like, not people, those rappers that like he kind of can't do wrong. You know what I'm saying? And as much as like that image or that idea is kind of, I think even is kind of like damn fucked up, because even though I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't want to hear this shit. But I can't deny like his impact he has like on the music industry and as far as everybody else who
he has
his fans.
So your impact just lets you say whatever. Which I don't. That's true. Look at the president.
It does.
Like, look at the president. Yeah, it does.
Look at the president. Exactly. I was just about to go there. So
there should be some kind of accountability, don't you think? I just think someone should be like, shut the fuck up. Like,
you're absolutely right. But until that day comes, you're able to do what you want because you have that power to do what you want. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get
it.
Just like Donald Trump, he gonna keep doing whatever the fuck he's doing until someone checks this man.
That's all I'm saying. I just want to see who's the person. Who's the person to check him?
But listen, check this out. That's no difference between like someone who's hood as fuck, you know, like or like projects that they're hood as fuck, like a Tekashi 6ix9ine. He gonna keep doing what the fuck he wants until someone checks him.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like regardless of however like walks they're coming from, bro. Like until someone checks me, I'm gonna do what I want because that's just how I am. You can't fucking stop me. And like everybody fucking with me. So what I have to say is way more important than what the fuck you got to say.
Yeah.
Regardless how simple it is, right? So I don't know. Like as far as his response, I fuck with the response.
Yeah, it's a nice bar.
I am a Drake fan. I ain't gonna front, but it's like that. Like I don't know, bro. I just thought that shit was kind of like sap the way how they bringing up some old ass beef, bro. I don't know where that shit even came from. It was started way back in the day. So, like, not back in the day, about what? 4 years ago?
Back in the day, it started with Wayne. Really, that's really what it started with.
Pusha T and Wayne slander though.
Yeah, well, Pusha T and Wayne had it at it, but you forget when Wayne was talking about he's the best rapper and the Clips, like Wayne and the Clips. It goes way back. Yeah. But real quick, if you got into a beef with Drake, how would you beat him? How would you beat him? You don't have the impact. You don't have the blah blah blah. How do you beat Drake?
Tough. That's really tough.
I don't think it is.
Like how?
How do you like how? It's a beef. It's not a rap only beef. It's like Drake. You and Drake are going at it on social media. Blah blah blah. All these things. And Drake has the numbers. You are just some guy, and he decides to whatever, right? Let's say you both have similar numbers. For the fuck of this conversation.
Okay.
For the fuck of this conversation, you have similar numbers. You're as popular as Drake, and you and Drake have problems. Drake is talking shit to you. You are Kendrick Perkins, essentially. You're not in the rap game, so you can't respond with rap. But Drake is talking shit. How do you take him down a peg? How do you beat Drake? How do you do that? Do you have a plan?
I'll probably start like a rumor on this man. That's probably to do like G shit. And I'm gonna be real with you because honestly, I wasn't ready for that question. But since I'm thinking on the spot, bro, I'm like, I'll probably start the most filthiest, disgusting rumor I could possibly think of and bleed that shit and just like I don't know, spread that shit.
Nah,
because I can't think of anything at the top of my head. Like, bro, like you.
I thought of this question right before we started recording. So, but. My answer is also not as formed out, but my thing was simple. It comes back to my whole premise that Drake is not tough. It was like, I just need to get me and Drake in a room, one-on-one, and then we'll see, like...
Okay, so let me ask this question.
That's it.
When he wear your ass out, when he beat that,
you out of your fucking mind. You out of your fucking mind if you think Drake could you out of your fucking mind. All right. If you really think that, if you really think that, bro, if you really think that, you are crazy. Okay.
I'm not saying like Drake will beat you up, bro. But that would be G shit. If he beat you up, if you get beat up by the nigga that got dubbed by Rihanna in public, bro, you taking a L forever, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, bro, Drake crying on tracks, the nigga that's crying on tracks, wheelchair Jimmy. Yeah, you can't. But
I think if I was any one of these rappers that's got a Drake problem, it's not easy. I don't know if it's fucking possible at this point of his career if you can get into a room with just Drake, you and Drake. But if you get that, you got to beat the shit out of that nigga. And let's see if he does any more talking.
He probably will.
You really think so?
I think so. You know what? Because
after you beat his ass, pull out the cell phone like we do.
Because you know what it is though.
But here's the thing though, Drake at that point, Drake either has to take the L or he has to litigate.
No, here's what I think he's gonna do. He's gonna be like, I mean, he gonna somehow spin it somewhere. He's a great.
No. Let's think about it for real. There's no way to spin. You can't spin an ass whooping. You can't spin an old fashioned one-on-one. You call yourself a man. I call myself a man. Let's see what the fuck is up. You can't spin that.
I'm not saying he's not gonna say that he's not gonna take that L. But I do think he's still gonna get back in the booth because honestly,
but at that point, all anything tough he says has no merit. There's no more. There's no more. Think about it, really. What can he possibly after you? No, but think about it. Let's think about it for a second. After you smack the shit out of another grown man, and then he goes to a fucking studio, what else do you have to say? You cannot defend yourself against me,
bro. Like
what can you possibly say?
Listen. As far as what he has to say,
he's got to cry on the track. He has to get the sympathy, and he lost all the niggas at that point. He has to go back to old Jimmy, and he has to hit the Aubrey, and he has to cry, and the women will be like, "It's all right, baby." That's what they're gonna say. But you got no more respect from anybody in the rap game that has a monicum of street cred.
Honestly,
right? Come on, think about it.
I don't think that because he wasn't built off that. So it's like. I don't think it's going to be as much as impactful as
that's true. That's true.
So
no.
Like
he wasn't built off that, but now he's coming at people like you said. He's a bully now. He's a tactician. He's a this and that.
I asked you a question. I never said Drake's.
But you're not the only person that's saying that. People are like, oh, why is Drake bullying people? But he's not a bully anymore once you do that.
You're right, but it's like, dog, clearly that's a different type. That's different, bro. Because my thing is this, bro. Like, you're using listen, anybody could sit here and get their ass whooped, right? But how many people can really sit here and get in that booth and really make somebody feel like a little bitch, bro? And I feel like there's not too many
I don't think there's that many words in the English language to make me feel like
it does.
There's nothing you could say when I know that I could kill you with my hands. Think about it.
But see, I understand, but my thing is this: it's not predicated off that. It's not predicated off of like, yo, who's. It's not about who's the toughest guy. It's about who could dead ass do what they say they're gonna do.
Which I think is weird. No, who can do what they say they can do?
Who's capable of doing what they say they're gonna do?
If I say watch your mouth, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you, and I come and smack the shit out of you. What else is there to say?
Now, right?
What else is there to say?
You're a real nigga now. But
and then if Drake says, watch your mouth, don't talk about me, blah, blah, blah. And then you get there and he can't defend himself. What does that say about him?
I mean, get there, can't defend himself.
We're using Drake as an example. But if we just bring it globally, in the culture today, I feel like people don't respect people that could beat the shit out of anybody. Like,
of course not.
There's no respect for being able to smack. And I don't know where that came from.
Because honestly, bro, like, because at that point, that's when you're actually bullying now. And that's really what it is. Like, and honestly, I am pro ass whooping. I'm all about
exactly.
Like,
that's why I grew up on.
Stupid, you need to get your ass smacked, and I'm all about that shit. Like, my thing is like, bro, like,
that's all it is.
You say something somebody don't like, bro, like, you better be
willing to back it up. That's what it is.
Yeah, you gotta be okay with the consequences coming afterwards, bro. And like, I'm an advocate of that.
You've both seen it. You've both seen it on the court where someone's talking shit. And it gets out of hand. So it says, suck my dick. And you're like, what? And now you call someone a bitch or something on the court. You said it. Now you got to defend yourself. Right?
Yeah.
We've seen that.
Little, right, or a little like nerd say some shit like that. He come to the school and he spray up the whole fucking school.
Nah, that's different. That's different. You're bringing innocent bystanders. Like, that's a whole different. That's not power. That's weak.
I understand that though. But my point is like the people will do anything to make sure they have the last laugh at the end of the day. And that's really where I'm trying to get at when it comes to Drake. He's not, even though he may take some L's, he probably took plenty of L's that aren't publicized.
Well, the Rihanna L, do you remember the Rihanna? Did you hear about the Rihanna thing where Rihanna came out and said, I don't really fuck with Drake like that. And when he went on stage and said that he loved me since for a long time, that shit was weird. I don't talk to that nigga no more. And I thought it was beautiful. And I really think this day and age, the only people that can really give you a solid L are women. Like, women are the ones that are controlling these L's now. And there's no more like the guy L. Yeah.
L's, bro.
What'd you say? They're the gatekeepers.
They're low-key the gatekeepers.
Yeah, and I think it's fucking weird
in different aspects, but you know,
I think that's weird though.
Yeah.
I feel like we need in American culture or just in the culture today, you need to be able to defend yourself like physically, and
of course,
in order for me to have a modicum, like I can respect you as a human being and all that, but once you start talking tough and you can't back it up, there's nothing else I have to. I'm looking at you funny from now on. So that's
sure.
So
honestly,
it's like
I'm not even everything you saying, bro. I completely agree with. But all I'm saying is with Drake is he's gonna somehow make sure he has a somehow.
Yeah.
To where everybody gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I got my ass whooped, but also check this.
No,
out.
There's no way.
But
that's what's
honestly,
so crazy to me.
But honestly, you say there's no way, but that is subjective to whoever want to see it, right?
Yeah,
and like also true. it is Drake, so it's like impact, right? So it's a teetering like thing. It goes back and forth, and it could hurt him, but it could help him. So I don't know, bro. Like that nigga is just he's like the LeBron of this rap shit. So,
but LeBron physically has to back up everything he does.
He plays basketball, bro. Can we just stop doing this right now?
No, but like if LeBron talks shit, he's gonna dunk on you. You know what I mean? Like that's all.
No, I mean,
but, yeah.
You say something about Drake, he's gonna get in the booth. He's a rapper. Like, bro, I don't understand, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not doing something.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No. It's whatever. It's just. But get in the booth. But what do you say in the booth, right?
All right, bro.
It's like
what do you
if you're being silly, it's like if Drake came in there, and was like, I will literally just have sex with all the women you've ever met, and including your mom, and they'll enjoy it. You'd be like, oh shit, Drake could really do that. You're in trouble. Like, I think that's one of Drake's best qualities, when he would like smash your girl and you in a beef. Like he's done that to a lot of people. He's just like, oh, that's your girl, cool, and you're like, oh shit, that's dangerous. Like that right there in itself, it's him talking shit and backing it up. And I've always been like, oh yeah, that's all right. Don't fuck with that nigga. That right there, I think that's enough. So why does he have to go to the like street shit? But it's whatever.
Yeah, I guess y'all keep he don't like being picked on, bro. I keep calling this man soft, like he won't.
He is though, but like but he's like, I think
he don't like calling him soft, like he won't send somebody.
He's physically like, he's like not physically intimidating, but he's like rap intimidating, and I think he wants to push that agenda. He wants you to know that I'm intimidating, but at the same time, he's not. You know what I mean? It's like, sure. There's got to be niggas out here. There's got to be niggas out here that's like, all right, whatever, Drake. Like, if I saw you, I'd smack the shit out of you. There's nothing you do. There's people that have to think that. And I think those are really the people. And I don't know, maybe because I've been reading about like just old world shit, like where that was all that there was. It's like the strongest survive. So it's like, nowadays, you don't have to be strong and you just survive. Like, the computer nerds have taken over, and it's like, they could talk crazy to you, like, oh, your C# code is weak, nigga. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
What you're doing is you're moving off archaic principles in this climate, bro.
Yeah, it's probably it is, but it's like, but if the internet goes down, those things come back immediately, and 80% of the people are fucked.
It's never gonna. But by the time it goes down, the world's gonna.
Bro, if there's a hurricane like in South Florida or whatever, and there's no electricity, and you guys are fighting for water bottles, your C# code, your fucking JavaScript's not gonna help you, my guy. You better know what the fuck to smack the shit out of a nigga. Like,
your algorithms aren't gonna work.
Them algorithms are useless, kid. So don't talk crazy to me. Like, that's just what it is. I don't know.
I feel you.
I think it's
listen. I don't agree. I don't disagree with you, bro. I completely agree with you. I'm just
Drake
saying what it looks like, bro.
I think what we've come to an agreement here is Drake is both intimidating and not intimidating at the same time, and that is just a product of the current environment, which I think is
you're Drake, bro. Like,
it's interesting. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh shit, Drake just smoked you, but also it's Drake. Like, so it's like, if you really wanted to get to him, it's like whatever. I thought, hey man, so let's go from Drake.
I think Drake will hurt you mentally.
Drake will hurt you emotionally, like a woman. Oh, really? Think about it. That's what girls do. They try to hurt. If they get hurt, they try to hurt you emotionally. You dick little nigga. Like I fucked your cousin, nigga. Like that type of shit. That's what girls do. It's like
he's a really skilled woman.
That's really what it is, and that's what hip hop is for a large part of people now. It's like it's catty. And it wasn't like that before.
It wasn't.
But it is what it is.
No. It definitely is what it is, bro.
And, so we're gonna go from that, and we're gonna go to some shit I found out about Korean. What's it called? K-pop. And I heard about. Do you know anything about K-pop?
That sounds like some candy. What is that?
Yeah, it is Korean pop music where they essentially make American sounding pop songs for the Korean market and Asian market in general.
That's crazy. Bro, like, it's too much shit going on over there for me doing pop music, nigga.
No, but it's South Korea, not North Korea, nigga. Come on. Right, come on, bro. You think North Koreans are making music? Those niggas don't got food,
I don't know, bro.
They're looking for rice. Come on. They have a dictator. They don't have time to be making songs.
Just trying to figure out where this K-pop shit's coming.
All right, so I'm gonna play you this video.
I'm okay. You don't have to,
bro. You gotta see this. hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. All these niggas are computer generated. I don't know if that's racist, but it feels racist when I say it.
These anime characters.
They look like anime characters, and it's like, and it's hilarious, and it's kind of funny. And here's the thing: they get sign-on contracts for like decades. Like they don't make that much money. The record label owns everything. It's like 12 of them in a group. They got to get plastic surgery. They can't date certain women. Like they're basically owned by the label, which is so crazy. And a bunch of them have committed suicide. So it's kind of sad, but also just what they're dying over seems funny to me. Why would you die over pop music? You just want fucking 16-year-olds yelling your name.
I think that's more so they live for the fame. That's strictly living for the fame.
Deadass, yeah. Like what?
No money, no nothing.
Just all you get is fame. And I want you to see the song. Like, is it worth it? It's 5 minutes long. We're nowhere we're gonna get into this thing. It plays like an anime intro. Also racist, but
oh shit.
This shit is ridiculous. It's so funny to me.
That's 5 minutes long. Why are they so big?
Hey man, this is hilarious.
Bro, they look like
Hey, you know my favorite part is they don't say fake, they say fakey love, so they add an extra E. So you know, like, so this is the tough guy. My guy deadass has Goku hair. It's amazing. This shit is.
Do this.
I wish we could play the whole thing because it's like fake it love. I'm like, oh boy, what are you doing?
Like fucking. Niggas like fucking Naruto characters, bro.
You can't make any Asian jokes, or it just sounds racist. If you
slap Sasuke over there, bro. These niggas out here.
There's about 5 Sasuke's in that group, boy.
There's 5 Sasuke's in that bitch. Jeez, man. Which one has the 9 tails? Nigga?
Oh my god,
nigga. These niggas, they out here. Oh man.
Hey, that shit is hilarious, bro. It's just fake it up.
Toonami cast in the back.
Fucking Inuyasha. This shit is ridiculous. Cowboy Bebop. Man, this shit is hilarious. Hold on. I gotta find this shit. He just said nigga. Did you hear that?
No.
I'm gonna go back. He said nigga, I got sauce. Did you hear it now? Jesus Christ. He said nigga. But it's probably like whale in Japanese or Korean, so who knows. I'm like, I just think I don't know what to call this. Like, it's K-pop. That's what it is. But also, why do Americans like it so much? Black girls,
because it looks like American. It's the same type of shit, but just not as many fuckers. But there's like 8 of them on the damn stage. Like, it's the same shit like we have right now, except it's more. It's like just one person.
We don't have American boy bands.
We don't, but what I'm saying is like it's the same type of like music though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Same type of like instruments they use, the whole everything, the dance, the choreography, all that shit.
But what's the appeal of having a bunch of Koreans do shit that's already being done here?
Because that's what they like in Korea, bro.
Yeah, but it's made its way over here. It's made its way over here at the American at the Billboard Awards. They performed in America. I think Los Angeles or wherever it is. And
work some deal, bro. I don't know.
But you can't work deal with a bunch of girls, like American girls, like, oh my god, these sexually ambiguous guys, oh my god, oh my god, I don't know if that's a man or a woman, I need it. Like, what?
I don't know the appeal anymore. That's a good question.
That's wild to me. I think it's dope. I think it's cool they're doing that shit.
Maybe you just don't know what's appealing to
women.
Anymore.
Yeah,
to women. I mean, I'm pretty sure, especially that demographic. There's a lot of Asians over here. They support each other. Yeah,
for sure. That's true. But I don't think my whole point is it's not just Asians. Black girls, white girls, all types of girls are like, oh my god. Like, that's
how old are these women? How old are these girls he's talking? They're girls, so they're probably like somewhere between ages.
It's all age groups. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's all age groups. No, it's not. There's a 30-year-old right now that's like, damn, these fucking fakey love boys are killing it, huh? I'm so serious. And like,
they know goddamn fucking 30.
There's a grown woman like, oh yeah, oh my god, I don't know their names. I was about to say like Tetsuo, like that's racist. But it's like, yo, I'm just saying this shit is.
It's just wild.
The song is fire though. The choreographed dancing, that's what gets me.
Why is neck so damn long? Nigga got the giraffe neck.
Hey my god, what's going on with this kid?
My boy's neck look like a light pole. Nigga like an ostrich.
His whole outfit is ASOS. There's too many of them. It's too. I don't mean that in like a kill them all way. I mean like on this.
That nigga swallow swords.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like, oh wow, this is getting real.
Fuck wrong with this man. Anyways,
I was like, whoa,
K-pop coming to a city near you.
It's already here. It's taking over.
But it's taking over.
What if you do? What do you do if a girl you're talking to is like, oh, I love K-pop? You're like, oh, what kind of music do you listen to? She's like, I don't listen to anything but K-pop.
That would never happen.
Oh, you don't think so? Bro.
No,
I'm telling you, it's
not a girl. Not a girl I'm talking to. Like,
you got a girl right now.
Like, so if I was single, I would probably never come across a girl who likes K-pop.
Bro, you don't know.
She'd probably be white. If that were,
I'm telling you, there's black. Don't try to make this a white black thing. There's black girls out there that love K-pop. I know for a fact.
Not the ones I would talk to.
You don't know that. There's some bad. You know what? All I gotta do is go on Twitter. All right, this week I'm gonna find a Twitter honey that you would definitely agree is a baddie that is in love with K-pop, and I bet you deal with it then.
You know what? Let me know when that comes around.
It's not even gonna take that long. It's gonna be like tomorrow. I'm gonna find one.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you, bro.
She a baddie. I gotta think she a baddie.
All right. So real quick, for you, a baddie is like pro-black, Black Panther type woman. You know, dashikis. She's got the African statues at home. I feel like that's your type.
I do like them, bro. Like
the African American.
I love my sister. I love my sister, man. I ain't gonna but, they just don't love me. It's okay. It's okay though. But,
Oh God.
and honestly, they don't be. I mean, the ones who have that type of hairstyle and rock that vibe, that look. They kind of bang with me heavy, but like the ones who
The natural girls, I know, bro.
the natural
Come
girls
on,
bang
I know
with
you.
me heavy, but the ones that are kind of like,
Cause you got
chasing after
you got the supernatural beard, of course. This is a match made in heaven, nigga.
anyways, and the other ones that are like the latter, the ones that are kind of like, you know, what is it? What is that look?
The Twitter honey
the other
look,
look,
or what look are you talking
the
about?
the 20 honey look, with
Yeah.
the straight hair, probably got
Yeah.
some weave in it,
Yeah,
and fake eyebrows, and all the extras, right?
yeah. The
They
Fashion
don't
Nova girls is what you're going
Fashion
for.
Nova girls, they
Yeah.
they really kind of don't fuck with me because like we're like,
Really?
Don't be
They don't
gay.
fuck with you?
I mean, they do, but
You could easily model from Fashion Nova for men.
no homo, thanks. But anyways,
No, I'm just saying, like, you have the look, like the regular black guy look. Like,
I don't like a regular black guy. Like,
You got the I'm a cool black guy look. That's what you
No, I
got.
don't.
You got the I'm
No,
a
I
cool.
don't. No, I
What,
don't.
bro?
That's definitely not me.
You got the accessible black guy look. That's all I'm saying.
I don't. If any out of all of, I think if anybody has that, it's probably you than me.
I don't think so.
What does that even look like, anyways? I feel like Trey has that.
Nah, Trey's got the I'm a swaggy nigga. Like I do like cool
So-
things. Like that's
So who
Trey's
is
look.
the accessible? What's you mean accessible black guy? Like, what is that?
You. That's the only like. If someone
is-
asked me that, I'd be like, I need to show you a picture of my friend Donovan. That's the accessible black guy look.
What is it called? What you call it?
I just made it up right now. Accessible black guy.
What does that mean to you? What is the definition of that?
You corporate and niggery at the same time.
That's not you,
Me?
Yeah.
I'm ethnic as shit.
because you're from Nigeria. 'Cause
I
you
can't say
listen to
English
no part
words.
of-
I can't say English words completely right.
Just because you can't
I'm
spell
ethnic
my
as
fucking
shit.
name doesn't mean you can't say English words. Nigga.
I can't
Like,
say the English language at all. Like so, I'm still
Nigga,
ethnic looking.
my fucking grammar is trash. Like that's like just like
Mine is
yours.
too.
So,
Mine is too,
All right.
but yours is black trash. Mine's is immigrant trash. It's two different kinds. So you know.
you're black immigrant trash. But no, the what is it? The Fashion Nova chicks, they I don't know.
They don't bang with you?
They bang with me, but they just weird, bro. Like I don't bang with them really,
Oh,
because
wow.
they just. I talk to them, bro, but they just their head is on some like, oh yeah, I want that Gucci belts and like.
Oh yeah, that type of shit's
dress
annoying.
and stuff. I don't care about that stuff, bro. Like I really
You know
honestly
what's
don't.
you know what's really hot right now?
Yeah.
The goth, air quotes, the goth chicks, the girls that got the lime green hair, the fucking depression.
Are they? They're not black chicks.
Oh no, you see that's where you're fucking up. Black girls do everything. There's black goth girls now too. So
I believe it.
it's,
I believe it.
it's definitely
I saw
interesting.
I saw a pretty one. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Some of them got the storm hair, but when you think about it, you think a goth chick is cool. But
Let's back up some. So what type of girls do you kind of like that bang with you? Like what's like is it clearly it's the Nubian queens, the Nubian goddesses. Is that because
do they?
it's only right?
Do they?
mean,
I
would
wish.
think so.
I wish,
would
but that's
think
not
so.
what's happening. It's not what's happening. So
I mean, so who is it? What is the demographic of like?
here's the beauty of me. It's never the same thing twice, dog. I'm just out here, just trying to live, just trying to find a nice lady. That's it. So I don't have a type, but
yeah, you do. You don't have a type at all.
I don't have a
Like,
I don't have a
you have a
I don't have
preference?
like a ethnic
What's your
type.
preference?
There's like it's either they're super short or they're like 5'9" and up. Like
That's me.
That's it.
That's me too.
That's
Really
it.
small,
That's
really tall.
that's really it's really small or really tall. I think that's it. My type. But
That's
other
my type too.
but if you put in you could put in any ethnicity, any whatever into that. It's either they're really small or really tall. That's it.
That's good, man. Because I like to see that your love isn't prejudice, bro. That's real good.
It's not. I was in the barber shop earlier this week, and my barber is mad Jamaican. So there's a bunch of old school Jamaican dudes talking. And he's like, I can't do a Jamaican accent, but he's like, that's why me only love the black woman. That's the only kind of woman for me. I was like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, you young niggas out here fucking with these all these other girls. I was like, hey man, don't diss the other girls. He's like, nah, I don't got time for that. Black women are the only ones. I was like, and it's me with my white sounding self trying to explain to a bunch of old Jamaican dudes like, nah, bro, you got there's a lot of things going on out here. It's like, nah, I don't need all that shit. I was like, but there's a lot of stuff. It's like, nah, I don't need it. And it's like legit. I had legit 45-minute discussion trying to convince a bunch of old Jamaican dudes. Hey man, you don't gotta deal with Jamaican women all the time.
I heard they're not easy to deal with either. So I mean,
but he's like, no, Jamaican woman's the only one for me. I was like, all right, bro.
I mean,
if you want your life to be difficult, sure, bro.
I only talked to one Jamaican chick ever, I believe.
Yeah, and she was a sauce boss.
She was cool.
Yeah, she was cool, but she was a sauce boss. Every Jamaican girl I've ever met has been a sauce boss. So it's like,
probably.
I'm not gonna put myself in the fucking Rolodex. Bye.
No, I mean, she wasn't bad, bro. Just it's just maybe it was to your point, but you know,
hey,
it is what it is. That's too much.
We're not gonna. First of all, I'm not slandering black women. They're all great. Please don't take us down. Black women are like the CIA now or some shit. You know, you say some shit, they're just reading up on you.
The feds.
Exactly. All someone has to do now to take your black card is like, oh, you don't love black women. And it's like, it's over. Oh yeah, it's over for you.
I bang at my black card taken away from me from my black woman, especially my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So, like, not from my girlfriend, but like from
because
other
of
women,
yeah.
because of my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, it is what it is,
like,
bro.
It is, man. Like, fuck these. Never mind. But anyway.
Hey, you know, you just take a trip to the motherland and you're Gucci. You just come back with some artifacts and no one can say shit. You're good. You're good. I don't know if that works. Don't take that for fact. All right, talking about our beautiful sisters, Nicki Minaj, who's Asian as shit, according to her. Is supposed.
Is that why you see all those like Asian influences?
Yeah, that's why she's always doing the Chun Li in here, bitch. I'm like, where is this coming from? And the Asians have no problem with this? But I think she has some kind of Asian in her. But she calls herself Harajuku Bobby, Chun Li, all these kind of racist Asian things that we all just let her fucking rock with. She's like, she's got bars about putting chopsticks in her hair. It's weird.
Honestly, I have a question. Is there like any racist like Asian jokes that Asians would be offended by?
They're offended by all of it.
For real?
They don't like it.
Oh, okay.
And now black people are getting mad at Asian people for acting black. I don't know. It's a lot. I've seen a lot on Twitter lately. It's like, we need to talk about these Asian people that are making money off of black culture. I was like, black culture is pop culture. You have to understand that now. Like, at this point,
black culture is pop culture now?
You don't think so? Look at all the popular shit. Look at it.
Honestly, I'm probably the wrong person to ask, bro, because I don't. You
don't pay attention to popular culture.
I try to stay away from that shit, to be honest, bro. Like, cause it's just fucking. I don't, because it looks fucking whack, bro. Like, I just don't like it, bro. Like, it just don't vibe with me. Like, I don't fuck with pop culture, bro.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's other people that are not black people doing a toned down version or a watered down version of what black people have been doing earlier. That's what pop culture has become now. So it's like,
oh, so they're just kind of covering. They've been doing that shit for years. Then
yeah, they've been doing it for years.
They've been
doing it for years, but now that's what makes money. Like before, people would do it and it wouldn't make money. It was just people copying black people. Now, what makes money is the shit that black people are doing. On fleek.
And they'll take the black people and actually do it the same.
Yeah, like you see it all the time. Like
they water it down.
Your fucking Caucasian boss is like, oh, that was on fleek, or oh, that's super cray. Like they're so behind. Like some shit you said for a second in the black community becomes like a thing that shows you're cool to white people. That's all I'm saying.
No, you're right. I didn't think about that. You're absolutely. I think that's crazy because I try to stay away from that shit, bro. Because people don't. They just be. I feel like it's just so it's just like a fucking like parasite, bro. Just try to just take shit that's not yours and just make it your own.
But
it's just weird.
That's
Like,
that's weird.
it
But
just looks-
what about people that really like hip hop? All right, like
What about it?
if you're an Asian kid, all you know is black people. You grew up around black people. You're not black yourself, but you've been a part of the culture. You've been having conversations, and then now someone uses you as an example of a culture vulture who's making money off of it. You're like, this is the only culture I know.
But that's different than like pop culture. Who's just you know what I'm saying?
No, but that's the thing. Like on Twitter, they don't care. So like, do you know who Timothy De La Ghetto is?
Nobody cares about anything on Twitter but what they put whenever the climate
No,
says
but
they should care about.
No, but Twitter actually at some point started affecting people. So that's why I'm using this as an example, because it's a thing I'm seeing happening. So, do you know Timothy De La Ghetto? No?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like a short Asian dude. He's dating a black Eritrean girl. They're bad. And he's from LA or whatever, and for as far as I know, he's always been into hip hop. Like, you'll see pictures of him rocking like old Anichi jeans and fucking FUBU and shit. That's the only culture he really knows, right? So now that he's making money and shit, just being him, growing up on hip hop culture, people are saying, do we have a problem with him talking about this? What do you want him to talk about? Like, he's Thai or whatever, but that's part of it. And then he's also has this black American culture that he grew up on. What do you want him to do? I don't get it. Why people are so angry about that. Like, I don't know what the solution is. I'm just wondering what you think about it.
I don't know, bro. I feel like if you're 9 out of 10, I look at things from an angle of like, why are people saying the things they're saying, and what are the drivers behind them saying the things they're saying? 9 out of 10, a lot of things people operate off of perception of what things look like, right? So because usually that's typically what people do, right? They don't have any context of the story. They don't have any type of background. They don't have any type of information besides what they see, and for that reason, that's why perception to some degree is everything, because it creates the initial reaction, correct? So I say that to say this, like, people just need to let things just be, bro, because they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, even with Buddy just got done mentioning, like, I mean, that's all he knows, bro. That's all he fucking knows.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I don't know how else to really. That's not fair to sit here and hold this man to his own race, and he don't even know who that shit is himself. I mean, well, I'm not saying
he's Thai, but like, if you grew up in America, what do you want him to do? Like, he grew up on hip hop. He grew up in LA. Like, you want him to be more Thai? I don't get it.
No. I mean, I would. I mean,
what is Thai culture like? Like, he didn't grow up there. He grew up here.
I do think that if that's what I feel like he should be aware of I guess how it looks. I'm not saying he should change, but at least be aware.
I think
so.
I don't know.
So long as he's aware of like how certain things look, then he doesn't even have to. At least he could actually just handle like that scenario better.
Yeah.
To where it won't bother him. Personally, me, it doesn't bother me. I
don't think it's bothering him.
I can't. I don't know. So would you rather him to say drop the N-bomb and stuff? I don't think that's okay. That's a different topic of discussion. But.
Oh yeah, hold on. So what do you think about like I had this theory. Tell me if you think this is crazy. If it feels like you're trying out the N-word, if it feels like you don't normally say it, then I have a problem with it. But if I don't notice you said it, it's like a white guy was good. I'm like, what's good, bro? He's like,
yeah, that's
you think that's crazy? If like an Asian kid, I don't think
that's crazy.
If it feels like he's truly like been in this, like this is just this guy, then I don't have that much of a problem. Because growing up,
it gotta sound natural, bro. It doesn't sound organic, bro.
Yeah,
like,
then I got a problem.
Then I have a problem with it because, like, and honestly, like, it's still wrong regardless. Like, even when we say it, right?
Yeah, it's wrong, but still.
Since people are saying it, and it's like, how can I be okay with someone else saying it? That would be an example of how I would be okay with them saying it. Like, it just sounds like.
So you see the Kendrick Lamar thing? You see the Kendrick Lamar thing where he the white girl on stage said nigga, and she had never said that. You could tell that was not in her fucking lexicon. I don't know why she fucking thought it was cool to try it out. That's a perfect example of don't do it. Why would you even try that right now?
But honestly, because they don't have no one saying and telling them, hey, like you don't all they got is someone saying, hey, you don't say this word, and not someone telling them, hey, this is what it sounds like. You don't sound good saying this word. And the I'm not trying to say it's like, oh my gosh, if you sound good saying it, it's okay. But it's like when I am saying, you're more likely to like get away with it, or no one even recognize it because it sounds organic. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and, I get that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me play the clip of the girl saying the shit.
No,
because it sounds so awkward.
Even we heard her talking, bro. I heard her talking. I was like, you know,
hey, she kind of looks like that.
Her name is.
She looks like she looks like that white the big chick off of Saturday Night Live.
Her name is Rachel. She like a Rachel.
She look like an Abby, like a
Abby. Damn,
she looks like an Abby.
That's a Rachel, nigga.
That's a Rachel. Nah, she's definitely big. She what's a big white chick name?
Claudia.
Oh god, that's an old big white chick name. Like she gotta be at least 45 for a Claudia. But alright, let's try to.
Rules and Crips all got along. They probably got me down by the end of the song. Saying like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear
hey, nigga. She drawn that shit out like it was crazy. Also, she skipped the first one. So it seems like she's going on the right path. And then immediately after, she fucking just... Nigga. Wait. She got 2 niggas out, so shout out to her. But... like, why the fuck? She's like, this mad city, I run my nigga. Like, it sounds like a question. Nigga. Like, why are you...
He just don't sound good saying it. And even if you said it with confidence, bro, it takes a lot for it to sound like it's organic, bro. It's the confidence. It's gotta be a part of you. You gotta be used to getting called a nigga to know how to say nigga correctly. Yeah, it's the tone.
Yeah,
it's the accent. It's all the things that make it sound like it's like, oh, okay, whatever.
Because for sure, growing up in South Florida, you've heard niggas, white niggas will be like, "Oh, it's good, nigga." I'm like, "What's good?" And like, it's like Latinos. People got, so essentially what the move right now is, they don't want Latino saying nigga. They don't want, if you're not black, don't say it. And my thing is, if it feels like you're trying it out, don't say it. If it feels natural, I don't give a fuck. But if it feels like you don't say nigga regularly, don't say that shit to me. But if it's part of the lexicon, I don't give a fuck. But now it's like, they're trying to make anyone that says it, like, I'm talking real deal, like fucking.
Does it feel right, nigga?
Exactly. It's like, it was good. It was good. It's like, hello, nigga. I'm like, what? We got a problem. But we went on this whole tangent, and what we wanted to talk about was Nicki Minaj. So she's dating Eminem, and we talked about it earlier. If this was true, what would the house sound like? Because Nicki Minaj fucking in the morning, she's like, do you want some pancakes? Like, oh god. And she's like, oh, she's overheating. She's a fembot. Nicki Minaj always says, hey, what is it?
Be like, omelets and eggs and cheese, please. The fuck?
Hey, you killed that shit. It's so funny. Nicki Minaj is doing a fucking British accent. She's like, you might want some omelets, but there's no cheese. I'm like, oh, chill out, bro. Like, hey, how does she claims Tokyo or whatever. Then she does the British accent, and then she's like, wants to get tough, and she's like, you bitches are my sons. I was like, all right, how many times can someone be your sons?
Yo, G, I already think she's whack, bro.
Ooh, boy, that's I
think she might be whack, bro.
Oh my god.
Think about all the things that she's been saying. They don't even sound cool. They don't even sound good. like I don't know. It seems like, where she was originally from, New York.
Yeah, I think so.
That's why they banned her. It said banned her from New York. They don't.
Nah, there's niggas in New York that still fuck with her.
I think there's a lot of people that don't fuck with like they used to, bro. Like,
yeah, that might be true though.
Kind of whack, bro.
Whoa.
Think about that.
Whoa, that's a lot of people have been saying it. I don't know yet. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt since she's had like she's had a run. She's got a legendary run or whatever. But
she did, but like dog, like her content was different, bro. Like she had bars.
She just seems faker now. I think that's what it is. She seems less authentic. Do you think that's what it is? I think that's what it is. Because she seems like she does the Asian shit. She does the British thing. She does all the other shit. But why would Eminem date her?
Help her rap.
But why would, even if like Eminem's like, I just wanted to smash. It's like, why though? Do you really want to? Like, I want
to fuck her.
I don't know. It looks weird.
I wouldn't. I'll probably do just to say I did it, but I'm not attracted to her like that.
Yeah, I don't think I even want to say I did it. It's just like, oh, cool. Did you have a relation? No, I just wanted to smash her. It's like, It's not really like, because you know what she really looks like before, and then it's like she had the science experiment done, and so it's like, and then she calls herself a big girl, which is so weird when you know she's skinny as shit. She just bought all these body parts. It's like, come on, this is not cool. You got a full Cambodian in your thigh. Like, it's out of hand. It's fucking absurd.
That bitch is disgusting. I don't mean to call her a bitch.
Yeah, you did. You always do that shit. You always like, that bitch is disgusting.
But honestly, I think the term bitch is so like, aggressive. It just sounds so good. It sounds so aggressive and direct. It's like you can't mistaken it's being said.
So why
now to who? That's if someone say bitch somewhere really loud, you're gonna automatically just turn. That's anything, like even fuck, right? But bitch is like that could be directed at you, bro. Like I feel like it's meant to be personal, you know. But that's just me.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out this Eminem shit. What does Eminem get out of this?
I don't even know, bro. Like I feel like it's gonna be more of a benefit for her than it is for him.
Yeah, like. Oh, sure. I want to be careful. I don't know how old she is, but apparently, M's daughter is bad. I don't know how. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Stop it. That's probably the why you see him because he's been trying to like keep.
He's trying to low key. He's trying to keep his daughter out of the spotlight.
Yeah, because his girlfriend, because probably his daughter's out here wanting to be in these streets, running around and shit.
Bro, it's gotta be tough being a famous rapper and having a daughter. All right. Yeah, she's kind of bad, bro.
Really?
She's white girl bad, I guess.
Which one is she? The one on the right with the go up all the way to the top. The one the black, the left,
right here
in the middle, the left. Next one to the left. Is that her?
Yeah, that's her. She looks like every volleyball player we've ever met. You know what I mean?
She just look like a typical cheerleader.
Yeah,
she's white girl cute. Like
this is.
If I were to, she look like she's from Dallas or some shit.
This is the type of girls you see at FAU all the time. You don't even care anymore.
No, you think so,
bro? Come on, bro. We both
went
to that
on
school.
Campus?
We both. I don't know about lately, but
you do see them. But those are the type of girls you probably see like in Dallas. They like the blonde hair.
I guess. So she's she's attractive. She's not ugly, but it's like
she's attractive. But I don't, you know, I'm not.
You're not standing over.
She's not my type.
Yeah, your type is a Nubian queen.
Whatever, nigga.
Hey, but yeah, I don't see what Eminem gets. Even if the box is fire, it's like it's still Nicki Minaj. She's still gonna rah dungeon drag in your face. Like, do you want that? You want her doing British accents in the middle of sex? Like, come on.
Dungeon drag in your face.
She's like, Chun-Li. You like this Chun-Li box? Like, come on. Cut it out.
Bro.
Cut it out. She's looking doing accents. Like, can you stop with the accents? Nicki Minaj probably come up to you in the middle of sex like, I'm trying out a new accent. I'm going to do a Scottish accent. Tell me what you think. Like, no, bitch. Calm the fuck down. It's fucking absurd.
I don't know, bro. Like, I have nothing to say about it.
All right. We'll leave it.
I just wish that, like, she could be better. That's all.
I think she will be. Well, let's see if the next project is good. Let's see. I hope it's better. All right, so here's because I always write down the random thoughts. I told you some of them.
You know what? How did it even happen? When did
they meet? Yeah, where did they meet?
Yeah, like I have so many questions.
Where do I don't know. Does she stay in New York, LA?
I don't know. Bro.
Does he stay in New York, LA? Because he's not a New York guy. He's not a New York guy.
Gotta do some research on that one. Definitely gotta do some research.
They could have been in LA because I think that's where famous people go. And then
I understand, but even then, so let's say they were like, how did
they met at Erewhon? Fucking Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, like just in the grocery store.
So their cars like crashed and hit each other. Like,
yeah, like a fucking rom-com. Like, oh my god, you're buying headphones. we're both buying headphones.
I am too.
Oh my god, what's going on, Nicki? She's like, raw. I love your stuff. Like, fucking insane. She's wearing a fucking kimono. Oh my god. You know, Nicki Minaj wears a kimono to fucking bed. She's like, she's wearing silk and shit. Chopsticks in her hair.
We'll just have to wait and see how this unfolds.
I don't know if it will unfold because she said it on her Instagram that she was, but she's a liar and we don't know anything about her. So
it's okay. I don't care that much, but
let's pray for Eminem. Pray for Eminem. I hope everything's okay.
Hey, stay up, boy.
All right. Next topic. Most important thing. What's going on with meth? Why are people doing meth? Why? Why is meth hot in these streets?
Honestly, because believe it or not, it's not. It's a little bit more simpler than you think, bro. Like meth is a stimulant, right? And it's methamphetamine. That's its derivative. So it's what typically is used to treat ADHD. So it's like if you get like a kid or some shit who
has that Adderall. Isn't that what Adderall is for?
I believe so, but basically the compounds of both of methamphetamines and crystal meth, they're not too much different. It's just one's a little bit more extreme and potent.
Crystal meth is like fucking it's crack. It's crack.
Yeah.
Cracks.
So
crack.
Basically, my point is there's nothing for like someone to be prescribed that, and then they go back into some dark room and just mix
pour
that shit,
battery acid on it.
Yeah,
and then fucking smoke it.
Pour some rat poison
rat poison, battery acid, and methamphetamine.
And then put it in the freezer and say, "Here's some crystal meth," and call it
having a good time.
You know what I'm saying?
So I was looking this shit up, and someone said meth is basically time travel. So he's like, if you live in a shitty part of the country where nothing is going on and your life is dull, you take meth one time, you will lose a week. You'll be fast forward into a week later, not know what the fuck is happening. So I was like, that's kind of crazy. Like people just trying to burn through their lives. What's the craziest drug you've ever done? What's the craziest drug you've ever done?
I'm not wild, man. I'm
Adderall.
That's probably that's about it.
I have never done Adderall.
That shit was great.
Nah, fuck.
I took it before. I took it when I was in college for a test.
Yeah, of course. That's what people do.
Killed that shit.
Someone offered me some, and I was like, I guess, but like, why do I need that? If I'm tired, I'm gonna sleep. I've always had that mentality. Is like, I'll just rather sleep and fail this class than not sleep. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, I'll just take a nap. But this nap is worth it to me. So. Drugs just seem like a bad idea. I wish I had like that part of me that wanted to be like, try drugs out, but it's like I just clearly see it's bad. Like you just clearly like there's no ups.
I would if I was to try any drug, I would try coke. If I were to try any drug, I wouldn't want to do no crack. I want to do.
Of course not. Not heroin. Fucking
not heroin.
The rest of all of it is bad.
Coke if there was anything. Maybe some shrooms, but
yeah, shrooms. There you go, like mescaline or ayahuasca, like that type of shit. Ayahuasca is like. You get to see the other realm or some shit. That's like hippie shit. If it's a hippie drug, I could fuck with it. But like, if like it's a Wall Street drug, I don't want it. That's I think that's the.
So cocaine's out the.
Cocaine's Wall Street. Can't touch it.
Yeah. Cocaine's definitely Wall Street.
You can't touch cocaine. Adderall, Wall Street. So, but
Adderall is definitely Wall Street.
Well, Adderall is everyone though. Adderall is like a big thing in America now. Oh, how about I was at it was me, Sway.
Did that answer all your questions about crystal meth?
Not all of them, but But hold on, I got a good story about this. It was me, Sway, and Damien, and I think we went out for Sway's birthday. I think this is like last year or the year before. And I go and we're in some Irish bar or whatever, and this dude comes up to me, he's like, and I'm waiting in line, dude's like, "Hey man, what's going on, bro?" I was like, you look like you want some golds. I was like, fuck out of here, right? Like automatically
some what?
Some golds because I'm black. And he's like, this is South Florida. I know you niggas love golds. He's like, I'm a jeweler. I make chains, golds, grills, whatever you need, bro. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Fuck out the way. I gotta take a piss. So I go into the bathroom and the nigga goes into the stall right next to me. And I swear not, he steps in the next, not stall, but a urinal. And you just hear, I'm like, whoa. I've never seen a nigga do a line of coke before. He just does it off of, it's not even a line, just does a bump right off of his thumb in the urinal right next to me. And I'm just looking at him like, really, nigga? And he's like, oh, you want some? I was like, no, I don't want none, bro.
Oh, yeah, so you wanted some?
The nigga looked at me like, yeah, it's just good. Like, you want some? I was like, yo, I had to walk out there and not wash my hand. I was like, guys, we have to go. This nigga out here offering cocaine.
Never take coke from a stranger.
Hold on. From a stranger in the bathroom that also was just trying to sell you gold.
Next to a urinal.
Yeah, like my dick is out. Exactly, my dick is out, and you're like, "Hey, you want some coke?" No, bro. What's wrong with you? I'm in the middle of a piss. Please leave me alone. It's weird enough that you came into the urinal right next to me. You psycho. Ridiculous.
That's what they say. They say when what was the quote? I heard from my sister. She was like, "Yeah, they say when like." You know you're making too much money when you have cocaine around.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, well, yeah. I said, well, I wish I was making that much to have cocaine around. Not saying I would do it, but
yeah. But if it's around, you're living a different lifestyle.
You're living a different lifestyle, correct? Yeah.
All right, man. I think that's it for this week. This is a good episode. Talking about some important shit.
We really did, and yeah, man. So like. Yeah, that's all I have. I'm actually gonna be out of town this week. Not like it matters because we record on Saturday, but yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right, guys, thank you for listening. Did I cut you off?
Yeah, man. Nah, fuck you. But yeah, we appreciate everybody for coming out and listening and coming out.
This just not live, nigga. Come on.
Everything's live.
They're watching it at their leisure. Nah, nigga. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at The Richlings. Is it The Richlings or Richlings Pod? Which one is it?
I think it's The Richlings. Don't quote me on that.
The Richlings on Twitter. It's Richling Pod on Instagram. I'm gonna start posting shit, video clips from this show.
I thought the intern was gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, the intern is fired. We need a new intern.
Really?
Yeah. Fucking slacking. So I'm gonna be on Instagram. Donovan's gonna be on Twitter. So, just check us out. Follow me on Instagram. Follow our Instagram, Richlings Pod. Follow our Twitter, The Richlings. Follow Dawn on Instagram. What's your Instagram? Oh, you don't use Instagram. What's your Twitter?
My Instagram is Donnie Buckets.
That's your Twitter too, right?
Often. That's my Twitter also.
But you are on Twitter.
I am on Twitter. I'm not as active as I need. But, I'll do it for you guys, man, because I love the last one.
All right,
I mean that from the heart.
Got weird. Follow me on Instagram. I'm using Instagram now. My friend Sean on Instagram. And Sean, Seun. My friend Seun. No, fuck out of here. Seun. My friend Sean on Instagram and Twitter. My friend Sean. No. But I'm on Twitter, and I'm active now. I'm, trying to get these jokes off. We're going to be posting more on Instagram as well. Thank you for listening. It's another episode of the Richlings Podcast.
Oh, we got to have a song. What's our like exit song, bro?
I was thinking Pusha T again. Let's go out with Don't Fuck With Me. Or, you know what? Since you asked, I'm going to switch it up. And I'm going to go.
Ooh, I know what to play. You're not going to play the song I was playing earlier, though.
Should we play Kyle?
If you even remember, I'm not going to tell you.
What song?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. We'll go with Kyle. This is off the new album.
So you seen your boy do it. This is Nigeria.
Who?
Never mind.
Who did that?
I'll let you know for next.
Wale?
It's I don't know who this nigga is, but it's kind of like did a reenactment of "This Is America" by Childish Gambino.
Yeah, but who did it? Do you know who did it?
I don't. I don't know who did that shit. I'm gonna retweet it.
All right, retweet it from the Richlings, the Richlings Twitter, so everyone can see it. We're gonna go out on Kyle's new song,
Oh my god,
Ikea. I don't know why you don't fuck with the new rappers. I appreciate the new rappers that are soft and they know they are, and
they all sound the same,
and they're living their truth. Kyle doesn't sound the same. I don't know who you're talking about, but
he's completely different. He's just a new breed.
he's an individual. No one's a new breed. Everything is old. There's nothing new under the sun.
I'm not doing
There's nothing new under the sun.
This episode.
Enjoy the song. Fucked on. Kyle is awesome.
どこから見てもいつまでもスタイルも人生素敵だよ一生killing it不安でもどこから見ても素敵だよどこから見てもいつまでもスタイルも人生素敵だよ一生killing it不安でもどこから見ても素敵だよ
行くよ I think we got one I put the team up on my back like I'm Marshawn. When I ask niggas for help, yo, I got none. When I did this shit myself, when it got done. Yeah, whoa.